What's up, Blood Bowl fans? Sace here with your mid-season Div 1 through 3 recap. We're covering it all, so you can stop bothering me. With me tonight is everybody... No. Just no. With me tonight is everybody's most hated Norse player, Shooty, back from the dead.
Hi.
And joining us is Roasted Garlic Triscuits McSkippy.
Howdy.
There we go. Being nice and forceful. Alright, boys. To run through the mid-season recap, we're going to clear up the bounties first and foremost. There's a lot of unclaimed goods on the table, and we want to make sure that you have a chance to get them all. First up, Kill the Strong. AKG's super blodgy werewolf needs to die. You can win yourself a nice comic book from Mike. Next up, we got Mr. Jones and Mr. Fredericks from the oh-so-losing Animal Farm. Again, with comic books.
That coach is really a jackass. It's terrible and probably smelly.
And if you kill Mr. Fredericks, you get a copy of Sam's board game. I don't think he's given out too many this year, so
Ooh.
don't kill Mr. Fredericks and don't claim it because I like him. Old Deceased Bastard, the white blitzer extraordinaire from Beyond the Beef, is up for a graphic novel as well. And so is Godfried the Jackal from the Knights Who Say Knee. I had to think about that. Miss Day's point-scoring ball hog, who I'm sure everybody here wants dead. We've also got 3 bounties for Luminous, with Meringue getting you a graphic novel, Navolian getting you a DLC race, and also if you kill Navolian, you'll get a $15 Steam game, so you can just collect them all. Both trees from Div 1 Wood Elf teams are up for bounties as well. Mike just bountied everybody. Gibbons, from Rats Off to You, just to spread the rat hate around, is up. Weebay, the notorious plus movement killer from Kool-Aid's team. And Leave Me Alone, coming in at the bottom here with a double bounty, followed by Stevie Sticky Fingers from Bad Guys Inc. with a double bounty in Div 2 and 3 respectively. So you can collect $30 worth of Steam games for either of those. And that's the list, though. I think Mick Skippy has a bounty of his own he wants to put up.
I'm going to put a bounty on my own Croxagore because I don't have the heart to fire him, so I want him dead.
You really should
You're
fire
the worst
him.
kind of middle manager.
I had grown attached to T-Rect, and I have a lot of love for him because he's done a lot of work for me, but I can't fire him. I want to fire him. I just can't do it. I have the money. I want him to die a warrior's death, and I think that's fair at this point.
What are you offering?
$20 in Steam games.
Just the worst
Steam game.
It's the worst kind of person. I'm not going to fire you. I'm just going to change your schedule constantly. Speaking of schedules, look at that fucking segue. Let's go into Div 3's Week 7 schedule. It was an interesting one because I believe we've had a ton of admin games, which needs to be cleared up, boys. Pale Scales.
For shame.
Pale Scales taking a win. I'm assuming they still only have 1 leveled up Saurus. Why is it always taking me back? Soylent Beef, Wheat Thins, admined out, so I got this for you.
Shame.
That's
For
right.
shame.
The Cheesemakers Guild, which is the dwarf cheese in Div 3, taken out Roasted Garlic Triscuits. You guys played that, right?
It hurt a lot. Yeah, it hurt a lot.
I bet it did. Cheese Tactics, coached by the most annoying coach, and the Orc team of Cheese, takes out Aw Rats 2-1. Bad Guys Inc., that's another shame moment for Shiggy. Shiggy gives this one up to an admin, not putting Trunkhead in his place in the division.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
And how could we forget the dicing that is the 3-0 of Mainland Rotters and Can't Catch Us? If you haven't seen this game, I haven't seen dice or salt like that in quite some time.
The Discord that night was uncomfortable.
It's only uncomfortable if you're a pussy.
That bad?
It was bad. Spoonie was not happy. I mean, if you want to go back and look at it, it was a dicing extraordinary. Not to say that Mainland Rudders isn't a good team or played well, but there was nothing that could be done there. And finally, 1 for 1, the Tyranny of Kyros, who is named after whatever somebody was theorizing last time. And Howl at the Moon. That's a big one, boys. So let's look at the leader. Let's look at the leaderboard. Leaderboard for the mid-season. Trunkhead, as predicted, just sticking to the top there, 6-1. Really, boys, he's got a bounty on that guard piece. You want to kill him, you know you do.
He's only human, like literally. He's only human.
He was injured the game I played him, so I didn't get a chance.
Everybody's been gunning for it. I know that a couple people have just been fouling him crazy, but he won't die. Next up, Pale Scales, who hopefully has picked up some more Saurus levels, is 5-2, right up at the top there. And not far behind is Tyranny of Kyros with a 4-3. It's a strong division. I mean, you got Cheese Tactics orking it up in 4th place. Somebody's gonna have to clarify me. I don't know how many from Div 3 go up. Is it 1 or 2 to playoffs?
I believe it's 1 in every division, and like 4 from. I don't know. Read the rules. Go to the subreddit.
I want to say it's 3 or 4 from Div 1, 2 from Div 2, maybe 1 or 2 from Div. Either way, boys, you need to get your murder on. You need to get up there at the top, really fight for it. I think a lot of these teams, in the past, the lower division teams had trouble in the playoffs, but I think that they're building well enough out that they could do it. At the bottom, ooh, that win, Triscuits, Skippy.
How's it going?
Bringing it in at the tail end. I think your shots at glory might be delayed a season.
We're on the comeback right now.
All right.
We have more wins than Sace.
Hey! True story. Halfway through the season, you still got time to pull out an even record, actually, probably. Yeah. You can pull it out. Soil and Beef, hard to get a hold of. Hard to win. Still doing better than Sace.
Yep.
That's the only person I've beat this season. Legitimately beat him.
Nice. And the other cheese is at the bottom. Shiggy is kind of... No, I was expecting better. I hyped him up at the beginning of the season. He's 2-1-4. Bretts just aren't doing it this season. All right, boys. Let's get into teams. Wheat Thins is up.
Oh, Wheat Thins. Why? Why wouldn't you level your ghoul?
I mean, Blodge maybe?
Shame. Shame.
Let me click the button.
Shame.
All right.
I know for sure that he has not been on the last 2 nights, and that's when they got the admin rollover. Was like what last night? So he has not had a chance to level up.
Don't make excuses for him.
He's a personal friend. I'm gonna shame him still because he's always this guy. Every week you do the recap. He's the guy that's behind, so he needs his shit.
I mean, Mummy with Stanford, Mummy with Guard. I like that. His whites have no... I mean, we're what, 7 games in? Whites don't have much development, even the Mighty Blow one.
And need more white.
And this Casket Slicer with Blood Sure Hands Catch at 6 movement. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's 130 TV that could be 70 TV.
Also,
90 TV.
no zombies. I mean, he's got the money to replace Casket Slicer and pick up another... He seems like skeleton, so another skeleton. Give him a bit more of a bench. Yeah, give him a bench at least. That's what I'd like to see.
I know that he's been referred to as his ghouls are being elves, and that's how he kind of plays them at this point.
Ghouls aren't
So
elves.
why not? Well, the way he's played with the ridiculous passes he gets, like he's rolling with it. It's somewhat working for him.
Ghouls are punching bags. Fleshy punching bags. But yeah,
Not wrong.
the catch, if he's getting crazy passes, the catch on Casket Slicer is nice. I'd still like to see him drop it for... I personally just run 3 ghouls on my undead team, but if you like 4, get 4. If not, pick up some skeletons, fill out the bench. You know? Get some dirty players. That's what I want to see, some dirty players. It's not an undead
You
team
can
with
go
a...
the following route with those zombies or skeletons.
I mean, that's how you play undead. You've got cheap pieces that should be put in the boot to all those more expensive pieces. All right, boys. Anything else on this team?
Roasted garlic Triscuits. Who should probably change his team motto.
I mean, it does need to be changed as of now. It used to be the team of the lazy sauruses.
Downosaurus, movement busted, but block guard. I would keep him.
Oh yeah, I plan to keep him. I think it's worth it.
Niggled Saurus. Your Sauruses have taken a beating. You're going the Eisenmike route, I
Yeah.
see. I see you're taking the Eisenmike route of lizard development here.
Get stomped and just keep rolling through it.
Yeah. Dodge on a Saurus, seems to happen more than I would expect.
He rolled doubles. I thought about taking the block, but I'm like, well, I'm going to take it while I can.
Yeah, Blodge Sauruses are great. Strip Ball on a Saurus. Gonna get Break Tackle next?
Oh yeah, I wanted to have like one that could kind of move and force the ball off there, like kind of play like my safety, and that's how I'm trying to play him. It's just he's got to get that one more piece for me to do that.
I mean, if you can keep him going and get him tackle and break tackle, he could be a great ball hawk. Also,
That's all I want for him.
good skinks. Sidestep, jump up, plus strength, plus movement. Plus movement skinks are always nice.
They also need to die.
They do. Except my Frankenskink, who's the plus strength one. You can leave him alone. You can take Thunder Lizard. He's dead to me anyways.
As Mike would say, get some diving tackle. I think diving tackle might give you what you need. But
It's a progress. It was a work in progress.
yeah, well, if everybody can stay alive and you don't pick up any more serious injuries on your Saurus, hopefully the second half of the season can look a little bit better.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like I'm debating on firing Rex Nader just because he's got that niggling injury. But I'm saving my money for the day that T-Rex does finally bite the dust, which I know is coming. Everyone knows it's coming. And now that I've put the bounty out on him, hopefully it comes a lot faster than I want it to.
That's what she said. Ha! Anyways, now that you put the bounty on him, he's going to live for the rest of the season, and you're just going to be holding money.
Sure.
Until the moment
You know,
you fire a source and buy a source, then he'll die. It's the rule of Blood Bowl. Also,
I'm gonna
cheerleaders.
keep the money ready for Croxagore.
Can we talk about cheerleaders and coach assistants?
I was hoping not to have rocks thrown at me, is the best way to put that.
I guess. I don't know how your TV's matching up against everybody else. Take a look here. Pretty even. I don't know. I would look at your future matchups, and if you can cut some to get yourself a wizard, might be worth it.
and put those poor ladies out of work. You monster.
Have you seen a lizard cheerleader? Nobody wants that. It's just two skinks stacked on top of each other wearing bikinis.
Hey, the lizards need something to look at too, okay?
Alright, boys, moving along. Rats!
My opponent.
Oriface. This is a solid looking rat team. I will say, as Lumi commented the other week, Blodge on the Storm Vermin, he could have already been a Claw Mighty Blow piling on.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the only times you wouldn't take Blodge, but it is something you shouldn't take. But then again, I mean, now that he can get into position and go places, he could definitely make it work. And you could always roll doubles again.
I think a Claw would have been huge. Gutter Runners are looking good. Strip Ball Wrestler. It's a...
Two heads and agility.
Yeah. That's a strong, dodgy skink. He can go where he pleases. Rat Ogre is out. I just feel like we should...
Good for me.
Good for you. I'm not a fan of Rat Ogres. I know Metal's not a fan of Rat Ogres, but I'm not going to complain about it.
I personally like the Rat Ogre at this point because when we did the huge Jackman Memorial Tournament, I played as Skaven, and I had the Hamburglar who had a good game, and I fell in love with the Rat Ogre at that point, but I can understand why a Skaven team doesn't need one.
They're good for starting out, but a lot like regular Chaos, if you lose them, you just don't replace them. Some people, however, most people tend to start out not with the Rat Ogre. It's about 50-50, whereas most people start, in my experience, with the Chaos Mentor.
I'm not a big fan of Minotaurs, but it's only missed next game. He'll be back. Fiddlesticks is a solid lineman. I know it's expensive for a line rat, but guard block, yeah, sure. Take it. And he's got money in the bank. It's a solidly developing rat team. I like it. I got some gripes about the Storm Vermin, but it's looking good. And a bit close to leveling up. Shucks. Shucks could be a great ball carrier. He's only got, I'm assuming, a few more touchdowns.
And then his 3 linemen are close as well.
Nobody wants rat linemen. Get a dirty player, though, and you're good to go.
I hope to demolish his progress this week.
We can only hope. So we all want. The shameful one. Shiggy. Missing his matchup. Making my predictions not great. I love the Rackle guy. Rackle blocker's good. This is the team that always has a ton of linemen and not full blockers. I don't know.
I always hate playing Shiggy because he's a pain, because he's the foul master, it seems like, and he really does put the boots to you, and I understand why he rolls the linemen out on a team like this.
Oh, yeah. All the linemen, all the time.
Fouling all day. I mean, the Blitzers is where it's at, and they're looking good. Everybody's got blodge. One's got plus strength. That's huge. Jump up sure hands for ball carrier, pro. Or not pro, sorry, leader. Yeah. It's where you want your SPP. I mean, it's a lean team. Everything's stacked up onto the Knights. You got one Rackle blocker to be your safety, and you can foul to your heart's content. I don't know.
She does.
Get your shit together, Shiggy. Don't miss any more matches. Make me proud. Alright, boys. Can't catch us coming off the big dicing. Looking, I mean, no worse for the wear.
I don't know how long I'd keep that 87 Pestigore, though, even with regen.
We've talked about it every week. I say keep it. Loomy says get rid of it. Spoonie wants to keep it. It's 50-50.
Suppose it is Spoonie's choice.
Spoonie's choice.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Stand firm.
Oh,
Stand firm. Guard. It's a good beast to Nurgle.
it is a roadblock. Now if they gave it Blodge, then it would be truly irritating.
He was a pain when I played him. He was hard to get out of the way, and he thwarted all of my plans.
A dodge Nurgle warrior I like. Move Pestigore is huge.
Huge.
It's huge.
Joke will never get
It
old.
will be bigly important in the coming games.
Bigly important. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more development, but he's got the tools. Hopefully he can desalinate for his next game and appease Nuffle in some way. Sacrifice, I don't know, some rotters, some small kittens, anything to get it rolling.
He might have to do a ritual and hope that Nuffle only feels like stabbing him twice instead of 10 times.
Alright, Howl at the Moon. Howl at the Moon in the glorious pink. Luke Thywalker is a menace.
Yeah, he is.
And Rod Longstaff isn't much better.
10 matches, 3 MVPs, and 7 TDs for Luke Thywalker. It's pretty impressive.
Now, I'm not a necro coach, but do you only want one ghoul?
No, you don't. You want 2. They're usually your ball carriers, but I mean, strength 4, move 8, blodge is pretty hard to not hand him the ball.
Did he lose a goal? Because I thought he had 2 when I played him.
He may have had 2, but he doesn't like them because they don't have regen. So he carries basically the bare minimum of them. I've tried to prevail on him. He's just like, nah, bro. However, he needs to put more levels on Tom Wanks and John Cusack. Oh, I get it. They're actor names.
Yes.
But they're dicks.
Yes. You just got that. He's got money in the bank. Everybody in Div 3 seems to have money in the bank. Clearly, not enough people are dying.
I agree.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a bench. Pick up another goal. He's got a good smattering of guard. I got no complaints. Rumble, keep it going. Oh, I do have a complaint. What is it with all these undead and cheap people with no dirty players? Dirty player.
I know. Who puts block on a zombie before dirty player? I am disappointed.
You know, I thought we were playing Blood Bowl, not push each other.
Yeah, as Full Metal would say, stomp the granny out of him. Come on. All right, we're keeping it rolling. What is this? Tyranny of Kyros is third? Third on the leaderboard?
I think he's 3rd or 2nd. Yeah, I think he's 3rd.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, it's a high elf team. Lots of wrestle, keep them safe. Block where there's no wrestle.
Delicious niggling injury on the AG5 thrower. Always nice to see.
I mean, you're going to be protecting the crap out of him. I doubt he's going to go down.
Yeah, but how many elves need to go down before you just can't protect him?
I'm wondering about the second thrower. Is he just gearing up for the day that Fatebinder dies?
I think so.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to play against this team. All the wrestle's a pain in the butt. Good, healthy bit of blodge. Beast mode thrower. And no money in the bank. Has he taken a beating somewhere?
Well, he has 2 totally fresh linemen.
He's got 3.
One, yeah.
I don't see any deaths here. No deaths in the last... Oh, there we go. There we go.
Cycled.
Against Soylent Beef, he had 2 deaths. So, 3 games ago.
Yeah, 2 of those linemen haven't even played a match.
He's got a bench. You got a bench, no money in the bank, but you've, got an extra lineman. It's good. He's really gonna.
Mainland Rotters.
He's really gonna have to fight it out though to secure that playoff spots. Mainland Rotters coming off that 3-0 win, not salty, with the block Nurgle Beast.
Yep, that's fun.
I don't know about the Claw Rotter.
Yeah, you need guard. You need guard, especially when you have no guard.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that the Bestigor got his sure hands before the other Pestigor got dodged, because a blodge ball carrying Pestigor would be great. I don't know. It seems a little thin on development. Is my comment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of newer players on there.
Needs more killing.
11 players. Some expensive rotters. I don't really like the claw block rotter. It's an expensive rotter. You could do just as much damage getting dirty player on him, and just putting him to work. Hopefully Wedge can and bring it together. Take that 3-0 win, all that sweet SPP. Actually, let's take a look at that. Where did he get his SPP? Yeah. Bestigor got 9. Wow. Keep it rolling, boys. That's what I have to say here. Get some dirty player. Div 3, you clearly don't have enough hate in your hearts for this to be a true REL division. You gotta let the hate flow through you.
That makes us sad.
This
Ring
is
the bell.
inspiring me.
But I would have expected this far in to see a little bit more development on the Pestigores. But Assurance 1 is nice. The Dodge Pestigore is nice. So he's at least got decent ball handling, and he's got some options for handoffs and some other things. So he's got options.
But no dirty player.
We like playing patty cake here, all right?
I guess.
What he needs to do is keep developing his Bestigore and, what is that, Crafagores, and get them into a dirty ball-handling team, and then get Tadagores into a killer. He's got block, get him Mighty Blow, get him Claw, get him Blitzing. Yeah. Oh, Trunkhead, leader of the division.
Do we have to talk about him?
I don't want to level up your catcher.
Robert the Wrestler, I would love to comment on Robert the Wrestler, but I can't, can I? Ring the bell.
All right, hold on.
Shame.
It's been rang. I mean, it's still got his guard piece, despite everybody's best attempts. Lots of Mighty Blow for the human team. Blodge on the Blitzer. Break Tackle on the Ogre. Tiny Bubbles, I like that. If you didn't know, Skippy, Tiny Bubbles was his last team.
I did not.
Yeah, Tiny Bubbles is the one that got murderized with all that guard on his Delph team. He's top of the division. He's doing something right. He's going to have to push for development and wins in the end of the season here to keep his lead and really get ready for playoffs. I want to see him gearing up and looking at who his competition is going to be, picking up what he needs. Maybe get a little bit more tackle. Maybe get a little bit more guard. I don't know. Feel free to chime in, boys.
I want all of his players to die and his team to be nothing but ash.
Always just insightful comments, Judy. Skippy, have you played him yet?
I have played him. I think I played him 2 weeks ago. That was the game that I basically was done at halftime because I had nothing left. He took out a Source and my Croxagore. He delivered the concussion to my Croxagore that gave him the negative, like the second negative one. It was a brutal game. It was just rough overall. Like he really had everything going for him. There were a few moments where I felt like I got diced, but like that's how the game goes. But overall, he was still a better coach, and he still beat the snot out of my team.
He is a strong coach. Team's looking good. Look forward to seeing him in the playoffs. Cheese tactics. Cheese tactics.
I really wish we could like ban the cheese teams from ever playing until they became rats, just because of principle at this point.
Did you know that Cheese Tactics got 6 level ups in one game, and that Cheese is building a story around his team? What that story is, probably a team just bent on annoying me. I don't know.
Probably involves this pro goblin.
Ooh, what? Yeah, what is? Wait, yeah, that 2 goblins.
Baby, it looks, I imagine American kills someone with block, because of course he has block, and then chucks Baby Swiss, who manages to make a pro reroll.
I actually hope American eats Baby Swiss.
That would be so great. 150 in the bank. Thrower has... I don't like Orc Throwers, but he has accurate and kickoff return, so I guess that makes up for him being super slow. The gross one, Canadian Cheddar. Movement, tackle, Mighty Blow. He gets piling on, he's going to be a real destroyer.
Yeah, he good. Lots of guard. Such guard.
Head Cheese. I want to see him get Stand Firm.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sidestep, I mean, if you roll doubles, but I think Stand Firm is just as solid.
Stand Firm is strength-based. He can just take it.
Keep that guard there forever. This is a team that has some interesting choices in the top half, but a lot of really good room to develop. They've got a lot of good base pieces here. The Block Troll is... Oh, god damn it. He spelled it wrong.
He did. It's American.
You gotta fire him and start over. I don't care if he has block.
You have to at this point.
Get rid of him, get a new one.
Just re-roll a Skaven. If you're going to go cheese, you have to be Skaven.
But boys, it's a good-looking team. I have to say, I should have probably looked at him before now. But now that I have, fire your troll, get a new one. What is this on the... Is that a niggle on the Black Orc? Yeah. I don't know. Get some Black Orc blocks. I guess keep a niggle Black Orc. Blitz's
Until
Ordnance.
you can comfortably replace him, or if he levels and doesn't get a double. I might keep him for that and then cycle him.
I think he's got the most guard in the division, so...
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get past Orcs anyways. Alright, boys.
Cheesemakers Guild.
Cheesemakers Guild. The antithesis of Skaven in Dwarves is evening up in guard.
Tied for the amount of guard.
Yeah, Mighty Blow.
Lodge Longbeard.
I guess. One runner. I'd like to see two runners.
How are they the Cheesemakers Guild and they're all minerals? They're not rocks. They're minerals.
He seems confused.
That did baffle me as well when I played him last week.
So, what we know is the coach is confused, but he's going standard dwarf. Maybe get kickoff return on a runner. Get another runner to go around with him for some speed-ish speed, moderate speed. Troll Slayers looking real good. The other one's about to level up. It's dwarfy. This is what you want to see from dwarves.
Can you do dwarves wrong?
Yes. I want to say there's a way to do dwarves wrong.
Yeah, if I played dwarves, I would do them wrong. I don't know how, but I would.
I don't play dwarves either, so all I can comment is, yeah, probably. It's looking good, Cheese. Keep it rolling. Keep dwarfing it up. Make us proud. Soylent Beef, the man of mystery, not leveling up. Wait, here you go.
Shame.
He's been shamed. Not leveling up that Chaos Warrior. Yeah. I don't know.
Ooh, armor on tri-tip.
Again, we've commented on this before. I don't like it. I don't like a Minotaur. I don't like an armored Minotaur. But I guess he's beefier. He's got claw. He's got armor. He's expensive as shit.
Yeah.
Shank's the real... Shank and Seer are the real MVPs here.
Yeah, they are. It's, yeah. You gotta hang all your hopes on Mighty Blow, especially at this point. But, oh my god, get rid of some of your money. You're giving away inducements. Buy a dude. Buy something. Buy a stadium.
Fire the Minotaur.
Fire the Minotaur. Pick up another Beastman. I'd probably keep the block one, even movement busted Beastman.
Upgrade the meat factory and add a bribe enhancement.
No, you don't... I guess you kind of... yeah, I'll be okay with bribe. I had a bribe last season. Didn't do a whole lot for me. But, I mean, it works better than somebody who's got cheap pieces. I don't like bribes on cheap pieces, so... Lots of block, which means he's a little bit safer than most Chaos teams. Not a lot of murder. That's fine. Now it's time to guess. I want to see some... he's got the stat ups. I want to see some mutations. Start branching out. Getting those tentpole pieces. Build up your playstyle. Yeah. It's good. Organize your team. You got everybody mixed willy-nilly. Organize and level up. I'm going to give you another one just for that.
Shame.
And we're rolling. Amon's Annihilators. Now, they were near the...
Got guard.
Hold on, I gotta look at the leaderboard here. They were near the top. Fifth.
Alignment even.
They're fifth. They've got a chance still. Still got a chance going into the second half of the season to do work.
Witch Elf still isn't leveled up.
It's been, what, 4 weeks now? Level them
You
up.
think that they don't even use him?
Well, I mean, busy using that Leap Blitzer.
Hey, he does work.
Mighty Blow, Guard, that's great. Kick, that's great. It just seems a little thin on development. Add your 3 linemen. It's fine for line fodder. I don't know. He's doing work. I'd like to see a little bit more tent pole. I like some tent poles on my delves. Also, can we have a clinic here, boys? Can we just take some time for a PSA? Organize your teams. Don't be mixing things willy-nilly. You got space. Use it.
I'm just gonna buy 16 players and mix them all up then, just to spite you.
Yeah. Yeah. You want me to kill another
Are you
Ulf?
try to?
Say again?
Yeah. Come on now,
Me?
Skippy. Yeah, you.
I was say I normally try to, but then I realized my Croc score is like in the middle of everything right now, and like in my sources, I'm like, all right, my bad. I was thinking like, no, not me.
We're gonna have a Div 3 discussion. It's gonna be a few talking points. We're gonna talk about dirty player. We're gonna talk about organizing your team. We're gonna talk about leveling up your team before I have to come make a video about you. And we're gonna talk about not bugging me when I post a goddamn video. Cheese.
Shame us
Yeah.
right now.
All right, ready?
Shame. Shame.
Much shame. All right, finishing strong.
You've been shaming everybody. I haven't heard this bell at all.
Well, I'm not gonna hold them and pass it over everywhere. They'll get to hear the shame. You can watch it later. Pale Scales
All right.
up at the top. Hey, Pale Scales has picked up some levels on their Saurus, and they got a bust on their one who's had levels for the whole season.
You picked up an injury.
That's rough. Hey guys, I picked up some block, but my other Saurus took a movement bust. You keep him though. You keep him for sure.
And my skink is an insult to skinkdom.
Now, did he lose a catch skink? I swear he had two. Or did we just rag on it enough that he fired one?
Nah. People are immune to that, I'd like to hope.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. He's been doing a lot with not a lot. There's just not a lot of development on this team, but he's taken an out-of-the-box team that's good and playing it well. He's got money in the bank. He's got, 5 skinks? He's going to be down a source for his next game. 4 rerolls, I guess, is fine with not a ton of block. I don't know what else you'd pick up.
With my luck, he's going to level up the rest of his source this week. So when I play him next week, it's just going to be a bloodbath.
I mean, if each of them gets an injury, he'll be a block away. I would say, if you level up the last 3 Saurus, get some block, drop that reroll, induce a wizard on Skippy here, and just have a wonderful time. I'm cool with
I'm
4.
looking forward to the lizard on lizard action.
Ooh, that sweet lizard on lizard action. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'd like to see these the first 2 got it. I'd like to see these last 3 Saurus get their level ups and then drop that reroll. I'm not a big fan of 4 rerolls. What about you, Shooty? Comments on lizards?
I mean, you hit all the big points. I would keep the 4th reroll just because he doesn't have a whole lot of development. I'd ditch it soon. Maybe when he got blocking the rest of the Sorai, but for now, I mean, it's not hurting him in the TV-wise.
Thank you, Shooty, for just confirming everything I said. All right, boys, that's Div 3. I'd like to see a few less admin games here. I really want to see how this fight for the top position keeps playing out. Pale Skills really has a chance here, and I think they're playing. Are they playing Trunket this week?
They're playing Bad Guys Inc.
That's gonna be That's the game to watch, boys. Fighting it out for first place. Will it change it? Yeah, it will. A win for Pale Scales. We'll put him up over Trunk. Give him first place. Yeah, that's the big one I want to say.
It's definitely the biggest game that's going to happen in this division.
Match of the week, boys. We're moving on to Div 2. We're keeping it rolling somewhat slow. We're getting high energy. Give me a woo, Shooty.
Woo!
All right. Let's run through these last games. Eat Man Things. Losing to Necronomics. That's Horny Cricket's team, right?
Right.
Don't feel bad. Cricket does it all the time. Fruity Kisses and Steve. I want to stay Steve as Orcs. Solid 2-2.
Steve is undead.
Oh, well, I was wrong. That's fine. 2-2. Was there any deaths? 1 death on Fruity Kisses. But that's fine. Leafy Mustard. Nope, that's not what I want here. Treat Kundo. Keeping it rolling strong. 2-1 on the Booze Cruise.
Dead lineman MVP. Oh, man. He was an SPP pinata.
Oh, boy. We have another admin game here in Div 2
Shame.
with Wildside missing out, giving those free points to the Refrigerator Raiders.
Oh, good. Yes. Level the Death Roller. That's a great idea. Double shame for leveling the Death Roller.
Fine.
Shame.
There you go. White Mane Ravagers beating out Leafy Mustard. Yeah, that was played. Okay. Haven't checked, boys, because some people aren't getting their games in. We're Revolutionary and Alpha Sigma Sigma, another admin 0-0.
Man, both those MVPs went on people who I really
Hold on. I got King in my messages. Let's find out just why that was admin.
Oh, King doesn't have anything to say.
And Men in Tights taking out Lich's Boneheads. Did they get murdered? 1 death.
Not really. Yeah.
Amon Rot is getting real close to a level up. He is 1 injury away. And he's got block, mighty blow, guard, stand firm. That is going to be a beastly mummy. Anything to say here, Skippy?
I want the mummy to die. Just out of principle at this point.
Skippy, bring in the high energy. Come on now. Leaderboard. Horny Cricket, undefeated. That's not surprising. Crawling his way back up to Div 1. Looking strong. Doing work. Treat Kundo. I undervalued him at the start of the season. I was really thinking Men Tights was going to be at 6-1. That is a great team. Zwark. And then
Steve, Booze Cruise. Ugh.
yes, and then you got Steven Booze Cruise, 3rd and 4th, exactly tied. And even Men in Tights and Alpha Sigma Sigma. This is a season that can go anywhere in the top 6, even the top 7. Can fight for a win here. You just got to start. Horny Cricket's got to start taking some losses, boys. But I think it's 1st and 2nd place, maybe even more. They get to go to playoffs. There's a lot of room to fight here. Oh, King says they were going to play tonight, but they were impatient to roll it over. So, I guess whatever. Get your stuff in, boys. You got a whole week. I believe in you. Leafy Mustard. I hate the Zoot. You know it. Bringing it in there. Lich with the Mighty Blow Extravaganza. The Bash Fiesta coming in a little bit lower. We're Revolutionary. Missing that game this week. Fruity Kisses. I would expect them to be a little bit higher. And Wildside having a rough go of this season.
007.
007.
Wow.
Boys, let's look at the teams. Alpha Sigma Sigma, not going to touch too long on Alpha Sigma Sigma because, well, digging through their skills is a pain in the butt.
Those are some leveled up players.
Yeah, this is his TV trimmed, my friend. You didn't see him last season. This is
a finely streamlined machine of murder.
This is a very lean team for King here.
Yeah, scant 5 guard. Scant 4 Mighty Blow. For shame.
How long has this team been together?
All 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah,
5 seasons.
He's been around since the beginning. Ooh, Bro Resource Manager about to level up. 2 more injuries. I don't know, what do you take next? He's got block, he's got multi-block, he's got stand firm. What do you take next? Piling on.
Tackle?
He's got break.
Yeah.
He has
yeah,
break
he
tackle.
does have it. I don't even know. What are the strength skills available?
Piling on. You take
Yeah,
the death roller piling on just so I can see the animation.
That sounds frightening.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? But I know he's.
Guard, probably. Guard would be useful.
Oh, he doesn't have guard. Wow, yeah, guard. Just guard it up. He's lost a few. He lost a blitzer. He lost a runner. He's been thoroughly trimmed. He lost a Troll Slayer. So, good job, Div 2. Trimming down the beast that is the Dwarven Curtain.
Man in tights, tights.
Run around the forest looking for fights?
Well, I mean, if they find them, they can certainly run away with 2 agility 5, a strength 4 war dancer, a strong arm accurate thrower.
No. Men in tights are, yeah. Men in tights are still in contention, I believe, right? For the top spot here, but
yeah,
with the development of the thrower and the development of the war dancers, I was really expecting them to blow everybody out of the water this season. And that catcher
He looks very torn.
Oh, yeah, they're torn up, but their important players are alive. Both their war dancers are amaze balls.
How do they look torn up?
They got all these really advanced pieces and then nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on linemen.
That's fine. You don't need anything on linemen. They're there to be fodder. What else?
What else, brah?
That is a stream team. If I was looking for Wood Elf teams, this is what I'd want. Fend, strength, sidestep. Mo is a ball carrier that's just going to be a pain in the butt to stop. Toby Turtle and Robin Jr. together is a scoring combo that nobody wants. Actually, let's take a look here. What's he at for Toby Turtle? Touchdowns. 6. 6 touchdowns. And Mo, I'm assuming, has to be up there with 9 touchdowns. This is a team.
Has 6 as well.
This is a team that can score when they want to score. Hey, you want to score? Yes, please. All right, then.
Shouldn't What Else be able to just do that at will almost?
You would think so. The fact that nobody's died horribly in those positionals, it's big. He's got money in the bank. He's got money in the bank. He's got lots of games to develop. Start putting him to work. High-scoring team. I want to see him. I expect 3 scores a game, minimum. 4 if you're feeling bold. All right, boys. Lich's Boneheads. Doing Undead proud.
Such TV.
Such TV, much wow.
Much wow. Very wow.
Guard on both mummies. Stand firm on both mummies.
Block mummy. Blodge whites. They both got blodged at the same level. That's gross.
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Lich, what happened? This is a great team.
What happened is he didn't put dirty player on any of these zombies.
I mean, the block guard zombie's kind of a nice combo. Got block first, so.
Oh yeah, but no dirty player, not even on the skeleton.
Well, the skeleton's 1 SPP away. I'm assuming if he gets an MVP, he'll get dirty player. Movement Ghoul. Mighty Blow. Ghoul is still alive. That's been a season. This is a team that this is how I like undead teams. 3 ghouls, 1 or 2 skeletons, a bunch of zombies, some great mummies. Come on, Lich. You got a great team here. I don't know where you develop from here. Start picking up some levels on Ralgulius.
He does have the movement allowance.
I get it.
Do you?
Yeah, that's because he can fly. Because he played M. Bison.
Wow.
We're going there, huh?
Digging deep.
Yeah, we went there.
I'm glad you have all this
Sorry.
esoteric knowledge about the Street Fighter movie. The greatest movie.
That's all you need to know about the Street Fighter movie.
All right.
Super Mario Brother movie then?
Oh, no. We're never talking about the Super Mario movie. Although John Leguizamo was drunk the whole time. Even they knew it was going to be a
Had
bad.
to be.
We're revolutionary. They missed a game.
Shame.
For shame.
For shame.
All those stat-ups. Richard Henry Lee is amazing. Can we talk about that? Catch.
I like him.
Agi 4. Movement 9. The best of all worlds.
Nuffle has smiled upon him.
Benedict Arnold is mobile and deadly. with the greedy pro rerolls. This is a team that is well built. Just well built. Guard, break tackle, stand firm. Looking really good on the Ogre. I don't know. He's got a ton of money. But I can't really say he needs to pick up anybody else. He's got, what has he got here? 12? 12? I don't know
Yep,
humans.
12.
Humans, how much of a deep bench you want, but
I like the deep bench with humans. I mean, you can foul, you can do a lot of stuff. And it's always nice to have somebody to jump into place if you get hit in the head with a rock.
you know, how afraid of everybody in the REL is of rocks. I'm really surprised that more people haven't died from
That's
it.
because everybody's been getting hit in the head with rocks.
I don't get hit with
Also,
rocks. I just get
Rocks when
blitzed.
they stop flying out of the stands.
I haven't been hit by a rock yet, and I don't want to be.
Yeah, I guess so. I've never had the strong, horrible moment of rock death, so I don't have that horrible rock flashback.
I will say, in the REL, I have not been hit by a rock yet. In previous leagues and in tabletop, I have started games out with dead players because of the rock, and I will never do it again if I have the choice.
I mean, he's a great actor. How can you hate the rock? Ha ha! Ha ha!
He actually is the highest paid man in Hollywood.
I'm done with
He's
you.
the most beautiful man.
True.
Fair enough. Alright, White Mane Ravagers. These guys, weren't they a rookie team last year? I want to say they were. I want to say they rookied it up. But don't quote me on that. That is a lot of guard. Boys, that is a lot of high elf guard.
Yeah, they need to go away.
Strong blitzers. Stronger thrower. Strength 4 thrower with blodge. Yeah. Strength 4 lineman with guard. Really? Really? He's going to roll doubles and then he's going to boxcar?
Why not?
This is a high elf team doing high elf things. Everybody's like, oh, high elf at high TV. This is what they're talking about.
Is it working for him? If so, why not keep rolling?
Seems to be working for him. He's 10-0-10 throughout everything. It's looking good. Got money in the bank. All these teams with money in the bank, and we're just going to have to see how they develop. Clearly, they haven't had the thinning down that you get in Div 1. But it looks good. Duke, with your team full of guard, and strength ups, and mighty blow on a blitzer.
It's ugly.
What was that? 3 doubles, 2 box cars, another double. So 4 doubles, 2 box cars? Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Refrigerator Raiders following in the Dwarven Iron Curtain's footsteps. Holy crap. Boys. Boys, look at all the mighty blow.
It's beautiful.
So mighty.
What is that? That is 6 pieces? 6 pieces,
Six
my...
mighty blow, 4 guard, 2 blodge on dwarf team,
Both of his runners are blodge.
and an agility 4 blitzer because fuck you, reality.
You know, I can see why he's in contention for the top spot. Has he played Horny Cricket is my question. He has 1-0 to Cricket. I would have loved to see that game. I'll have to go back and watch that. Sidestep, Juggernaut for the Surfing Troll Slayer. He's got everything.
Yeah.
Kill Troll Slayer, Surfing Troll Slayer, lots of murder on the line, good smattering of guard, double blodge runners. This is what do you get the dwarf that has everything? Nothing.
Claw.
That's Chaos Dwarves, and we don't talk about those. Chaos Dwarves are for subhumans and people whose mothers didn't love them.
Also people who like winning.
Skippy, comments, thoughts. We brought you
I
here.
1-0 versus Chaos Dwarves, just so you know. But it was a tabletop in a league tournament that I played in, so it's not always an automatic win.
Thank
But,
you.
yeah, I don't know what else this dwarf team really needs. other than
More Mighty
just
Blow?
to keep, yeah.
More Mighty Blow. Treat Kun Do, the team that I thought was going to be the second of elves, it is now the first of elves. Yeah. I mean, their war dancers aren't as gross as Men in Tights, but that catcher with Agi 5 and You know, Agi 5 and Nerves of Steel, that's an interesting one.
I was wondering about that myself.
Well, the Agi 5 came afterwards, and I guess
Well,
he
that
can...
means I suppose he can long bomb from coverage if he needs to ditch the ball to, the other catcher.
He can have it long bomb to him if he's in coverage and have a pretty easy time dodging out. Like, how do you stop and mark this guy? He's got leap. He's got Agi 5. He's got Nerves of Steel.
You
kill
stop
him.
and mark him by stomping and marking him with your boots.
Lots of tackle. This is a team that I would like to see running around the playoffs. I think they would do well in the playoffs. They're well developed with some rackle and some strip ball. And, yeah, this is a team that looks good. Developing a little bit, I guess, put some on your thrower. It's a new thrower, I'm assuming. Newer. Maybe get strong arm on the thrower if you're lucky. First elf team without a ton of guard. Catcher with... Wait, so he's got the strip ball, tackle, war dancer, but he also has a catcher with wrestle, rackle, and dauntless. So, good on defense, good on offense.
Oh, I like it. Fruity kisses.
Fruity Kiss. Elias, having a rough season. Ooh,
He's down 2 players.
Jelly Boy, movement 7. That's nice to have. What is that? Is that just a miss next game? Miss next game. Nothing big there. No one cares about the lineman. AV7, probably fireman, pick up a new one when we get the money.
Full Metal is going to come after you, Lydius, for daring to put an assassin and keep him. The madness of it all.
Keep him and level him up. I like the strong arm runner. Strength on a blitzer. Grape Crush. Grape Crush has leveled up. What is that? 2 doubles and a movement?
Yep.
Come on, boys.
He's living up to his name.
How has nobody bountied that? 2 of his blitzers have Mighty Blow piling on.
Yep.
And 1 has strength.
They're
Whatever
killing people.
you're feeding your Delph blitzers, Letus, I want some. I mean, what's next? Lime Crush is going to end up with guard, stand firm, blodge, just to round it out. See, he even has Dirty Player on a lineman. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
The one person where I didn't expect to see Dirty Player has Dirty Player. Come on, guys. I don't know. It's a good team. I'm surprised it's having such a rough time. But I think this is a division with a lot of dwarf, isn't it?
I think there's like 2 or 3 dwarves in this division.
Yeah, I could do it. Look at his histories here. See how he's doing.
Yeah, 3 dwarf.
Yeah, 3 dwarf.
Ty and Steve winning against Lich, losing against Dwarf, that's what it is.
You can only sustain so much dwarf.
I'm assuming it's a friendly... One of these has to be a friendly against Lich.
Now he doesn't have to live with that against that much dwarf.
Yeah. Lots of friendlies, so he's getting practice with them. Alright. Free kisses. Your blitzers are amazing. And I want to see a good season out of you. Where are you at now? Second from the bottom? I have faith. You're going to come out middle of the pack. Looking strong. Oh, Horny Cricket. Undefeated. Untouchable. Block on both flesh golems.
A palm werewolf. This just is not right.
You know, I wish I rolled doubles like this. Everybody else is clearly on crack.
You should play the craps tables instead. If you're not going to roll doubles. And you're going to 10 all the time?
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's pretty much. I guess so. This is a good team. This is a. I mean, the Palm Werewolf is scary.
The werewolves overall are a little scary.
Yeah, blodge, tackle, sidestep. The flesh golems are doing their jobs. Both whites with guard and one with mighty blow, so they're there to support the werewolves. This is a good team. Where's the dirty player? Cricket.
Yeah, yeah.
I figure I gotta find something to complain about, so let's complain about dirty player. What is this team's record? I gotta know. 15-5. No draws. Nobody draws the cricket. So I'm assuming, luckily, I can lose my way down to Div 2 and not have to deal with cricket next season. You're gonna have a demanding. I want to take a look here at his next schedule. Let's just peruse the schedule for Necronomics. Fruity Kisses.
White mane.
White Mane. Treat Kundo. We're revolutionary. Okay, so lots of and the Booze Cruise. Lots of good teams left to face, but not a lot of super bashy teams. So I really expect Horny Cricket to go to playoffs with a pretty much intact team. Yeah, that's right, Sace. I agree. Come on, boys. We're almost there.
Agree with your bell.
Fuck. Keep it going.
Steve?
Keep it going, or I'm tagging in nose dice.
Okay, for Steve.
Steve. Ooh.
All right, what do we got? We have players, and all those players have skills. Agility white, nice.
Movement white.
Strength white.
Blodge movement white with sure hands. Steve's a guy.
Movement.
Or ghoul, sorry. I said white. I
I
meant
was
ghoul.
looking at the white for like, wait a second.
No. I meant ghoul. Werewolves. Mighty Blow. This is a good team. Mighty Blow, Flesh Golem. Not a lot of guard, though.
And he does have a little bit of money sitting in the bank.
And you know what he does have? Dirty player.
Hey! Thank
On
you.
A zombie.
A zombie
He's
with
got 2 dirty players.
dirty player zombies. There we go. Thank you, Yale. I mean, 12-man, I might actually pick up another ghoul or another zombie, and like I wouldn't be afraid to pop up another body on your bench here. Especially since you're pretty much middle of the pack when it comes to TV. But yeah. It's a good team. Where's
I like it from top to bottom.
Where's Steve at in the rankings? Somebody check for me.
Steve is in 3rd.
Makes sense with this team. Has he played, have we had the Necro off yet? Take a look here. They have had the Necro. The Necroff, they've played already. I'll let you guess who won. Alright. Moving right along, finishing strong. Booze Cruise. Yeah. That's a ton of guard. Strength Troll Slayer. That is a ton of guard.
I appreciate all these team names. Player
It
names.
took me forever to figure out Wolfgang Amadoseki's Mozart.
Oh.
This might be my favorite team theme yet.
Christina L. I can't say it. I want to say Aguilera, but it's El Galeria. Words.
Maltalica.
Maltalica. Movement bust on the leader Agi runner. You keep him for sure.
McLager.
Keep him. Always.
McLager never dies.
Slow anyway. Yeah.
Dwarves are slow anyways, and I mean, how are you going to get a blocking on this team? Guard everywhere. There's not a lot of people in Div 2 with Strength 4. That Troll Slayer with Strength 4 is nasty.
Oh, all Troll Slayers are nasty.
No, I'll be honest. I'd be a little bit worried of putting him on the ground with Piling On. Because that's a prime fouling target right there.
But there's no dirty player anywhere!
You don't take Dirty Player indoors. They do enough damage without Dirty Player.
No, I mean, there's no dirty player anywhere else.
Oh.
So you can put him on the ground.
Letus has Dirty Player. So there you go.
Yeah, well...
Come on, boys.
All of Letus's players are dead. Doesn't matter.
See,
Those are facts.
we had one Dwarf with Almighty Blow. We have one Dwarf with All Guard. I like the branches in Dwarf. Do I get Guard or do I get Mighty Blow? Hard choices. Really hard choices. Come on, boys. Start punishing people on the ground. That's what I want to see. Collect some bounties, put some bounties. Develop some hate. What is this game about if you can't develop some hate and rage?
I'm becoming inspired.
To get Dirty Player?
I think I'm just gonna focus straight on like taking my skinks and just ganging up on everybody at this point.
2 rerolls. Hold on, before we go anywhere. 2 rerolls.
Oh, yeah, leader.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Thank you for saving me from myself.
Your words.
Moving on, now that I've embarrassed myself. Wild Side,
Shame.
shamed up for not doing their game this last week. Wild
Brand new
Side.
werewolf, it looks like.
Brand new werewolf. Every werewolf has Mighty Blow.
That hurts.
Hey, I heard you got a werewolf. Here's some Mighty Blow for you. That white. Mighty Blow, guard, movement. He goes where he wants.
He does what he wants.
He's an independent woman. Strong, independent black woman. That'd be Curly.
Whatever. I do what I want.
I mean, what can I say about Wildside? I want to say it's a solid team, but then I've seen the disgusting that is every other Necro team in the REL. Like, it's bad when a good, well-built team just, with even a couple, doubles, maybe no doubles, a couple, well, one stat up. I don't know. And one double. It's just, you can't compare to the craziness. Yeah, let me fill some dead space. Thanks, Shooty. Thanks, Skippy.
No problem.
I love the sound of dead air.
Bring it in nose dice next week.
I'm debating if I need a
That
drink
is
of
it.
whiskey.
I'm going to get into another car accident.
Don't do that. Debating if I want more whiskey or beer at this point. Keep
Whiskey.
going.
Whiskey, get the rage in there. Mean drunk. Get ready for Div 1.
I'm taking a shot. Here
Anger
we
is
go.
important. It's the first meal of every Blood Bowl coach.
Take a shot while we look at Leafy Mustard,
Leafy Mustard!
who's gotten some development. I mean, he was a little slow, but Agi 5 Skink's still there. Got some diving tackle. The lead.
I love Leave Me Alone.
With block now.
Leave Me Alone has a huge bounty on him. $30 worth of Steam games.
How does a skink be allowed to live that long, even from a lizard coach's standpoint? Like, I hit a point with my skinks, I'm like, great, you're doing a good job, now leave me alone.
Leave me alone, if you will.
Leave me alone.
Ha ha! He's going to score a bunch more touchdowns and get blocked. I'm calling it now. If nobody kills him, he's going to get blocked. And then you're all going to be at fault for bringing this monster to us. It'll be your fault. You stood
To kill that guy.
You stood by while all the werewolves got Mighty Blow. You stood by when everybody else got stat ups. And you let this happen. For shame. I don't know. I like the Crocs. I've said I'd cycle the Crocs, but I mean, at this point...
Oh, we know you love the Crocs.
His
Oh!
Crocs is in much better shape than mine.
Yeah. Even More Beer is a great Saurus. Mighty Blow tackle. Yellow finally got block, so right there, that's a super solid player. He's got a little bit of guard with More Beer here. I don't know. I mean, I like guard, but I feel like I'd rather have block on a Saurus. You got strength 4.
Leveling up a source, I would definitely take block first if I didn't roll doubles.
It's a good team. Zoot's a horrible person, but it's a good team.
Banana and Leave Me Alone both need to die.
Banana?
And well, they're leveled up skinks.
I mean, Banana's got no doubles. Banana's fine. I would have actually probably cycled Banana by
When
now.
you've got technically 3 Sorai without block. 2 of them are unleveled. Those guys can just eat the MVP up, and you keep those Sorai like even further behind. I'd rather give all the chance I can to let one of those guys get the MVP over one of these skinks. Especially like I understand like maybe you want to keep them because they're guaranteed goal scorers or something like that. But I mean, eventually you gotta worry about like your main pieces that are gonna hopefully be around in the long term. That's how I would look at it.
It's getting there. He's developed quite a bit this season with his source. And I think this is only the second season for the team, and he was a fill-in coach last season, so he's only had a half season before this season, so maybe a full season altogether. There's time. There's time, boys. All right. Finishing up here, Eat Man Things. Ninja lost a 2-heads gutter runner some point this season. Has the Strength Storm Vermin who is busted to hell. But hey, he's got strength and he's got guard.
Yeah.
That guy is living out his dream at this point.
You don't need agi or movement for a Storm Vermin, just he stays where he goes.
He's got the plus strength on him, that's all that matters.
I mean, so many 2-heads, and the one that doesn't have 2 heads has movement and agi and leap and wrestle.
Always scratching is very, very daunting looking.
It's like
Yeah, and this next thing is just going to be sprint, and he's going to get it easily.
That's
Because
like
he can
a
score
guaranteed
pretty
score.
much whenever he wants, yeah.
what's that? I'm going to leap over your line and just score a free touchdown. Thank you. And he's got dirty player. Thank you.
Yay.
Dirty player
Got a
kick.
lineman with 1 movement allowance busted on him.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, whatever. He's a
That-
good player.
That's all that matters.
He can make it to the penalty box.
This is a well-built Skaven team. No bloat on linemen. Super lean linemen. Great-looking gutter runners. I mean, sure, you got a Storm Vermin who's a little busted up, but he's got plus strength.
If you had to put the team together, this is how you'd put it together.
I like it. He's got money in the bank to replace a few things if need be. It's good. Where's he at on the leaderboard? I think he's had a rough season. Towards the bottom, but in the second half of the season, I'd like to see him crawl up. Ninja, I have faith. This is a season that could really... I mean, you've got commanding leads at the top, but all the teams are looking really strong in Div 2. All right, boys. Let's finish out strong. Talk about my least favorite division.
Div 1.
I get
Div 1. Schedule. Week 7. AKG got the Div 1 welcome from the Knights Who Say Knee. Took a few boots. Physics Benders pulled off the tie. Or I pulled off the tie. Somebody tied. It was a fun game. Rats off to you. Too many days. That is all the
That's
points.
a lot of touchdowns.
That was were they actually playing Blood Bowl or were they trying to play something different?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Beyond the
Oh, he's
beef,
got an unleveled lineman that he got out of that game, by the way.
we'll get there. Neckbeards, the not getting bamboozled by the bamboozly beef.
Yeah, it helped that I was drunk. I was only drunk, but apparently he was blackout drunk.
Hey,
So,
These are poor
I'll take the
excuses
wins
of
where
him.
I can get them.
Yeti to party, giving away inducements and getting a tie. Just going to prove that Soul gets all his power from inducements.
Pretty much. That's how he rolls.
It's like his yellow sun, his green ring, his, I don't know what else, spinach. It's Popeye. Pastry Pests given a hard loss to Handsome Jacks. It's gotta hurt. And New Day
I'll
Co-op.
say Handsome Jacks have been on a roll.
Yeah.
Up until now, after the loss of Huge Jackman.
Yeah, and you can't feel bad about losing to the top team in the division. And New Day Co-op has another tie to just lock in Lumi at the top. That was a game that Mike took a beating and kept it even. So Mike doing Mike things.
That's how Mike rolls.
Leaderboard. Lumi Super Bowl 2017 6-1. And this season he's not going undefeated with a chance of not making playoffs.
For now. He could draw out the rest of the season. I mean, he probably won't, but he could.
He's looking good. Kool-Aid I think this is a rough season for Kool-Aid. I want to say he had a way stronger showing last season. Fix me if I'm wrong here. 4-2-1. Still a solid second place. The loss for Handsome Jacks keeps him right up there.
Yep.
Handsome Jacks and the newcomer AKG in fourth place. That's a big one.
Yeah, Zagrod is seriously good. Yeti to party, followed by the Sulaco, Eyes and Mike. For all his shellackings, he still has a pretty even record, which is more than a lot of us can say.
And then, there's a lot of really close teams because you've got a lot of really, a few rough teams at the bottom here. Nose Dice has had a little bit slower start now that he's lost Mini. Mistake still has a chance. There's still a chance for the Knights. And Kalorditka is solid in the middle. And then you got these slack-offs, Dave's, these neckbeard kids, Goal, and myself just bringing up the back. All you...
4 wins among 4 teams.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
everybody else has picked up their wins, and I have not. I lost to the Daves.
Yeah,
You're
18
due for a
losses
break.
among the same 4 teams.
I'm in for it. You know, my issue's
Beautiful.
been there's been no murder. I have a murder team that doesn't want to murder. But, yeah. There's still a chance for, I would say, the top 8
There's
to really
the
shake
board
out.
is their novel.
Top 8 to really shake out. So it's one to watch. Teams, let's do this. Pastry Pests,
Pests.
number 1 in the
They're
division.
disgusting. They're horrible. Strength 4 Claw.
Yeah, I mean,
Strength 4 Two Heads Sure Hands. Strength 3 Gutter Runner. Yeah, someone has to kill Navolian because we need Lumi complaining again. I don't like looking at this. He likes looking at it, and I cannot have Lumi happy. I don't want to live in that world. And Dirty Player. It's beautiful.
he's got tackle on the 2 pieces that need tackle. I mean, if you want to get ready for the playoffs, you're going to need tackle when you go up against the G-Man teams. I think they're a little bit less elfy this season, but he's got it where he needs it. Vicious Nilla is on a murder spree. I figure if he keeps the season rolling, Navolian's going to have level ups before the playoffs. This year, Super Bowl, Lumi, let's do it. Also, feel free to kill Navolian.
Navolian's nearing that level of just score at will, if he's not already there.
It's Lumi. Lumi scores when he wants to score.
He allows other people to play the game.
Yeah, it's rats. Rats just score when they want to score.
All the stat ups. I mean, it's a great team, and he's got money in the bank, so he doesn't have to worry about losing anyone. I mean, I'd be salty if I lost any of these players. You know, everybody gets agi up, strength up, gutter runners. It doesn't matter. Thanks, Lumi.
For all this nastiness, I mean, 1870 is still pretty trim for what you're getting here.
Yeah, he's top of the division, though. That's a first. Him racking out the top. Everybody else is trimming TV this season. Lumi's just going strong. Eyes and Mike.
Speaking of trimming TV.
Eyes and Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
And the Vanishing Saurus. Hudson out with a missed next game. Bishop out with a missed next game, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Interesting fact, another movie fact. Bishop, the actor that played him, Lance Henriksen, shared one specific honor with Bill Paxton that no other 2 people ever have. Does anyone know what it is?
He touched Paxton's dick? What?
Lance Henriksen and Bill Paxton are the only two people to have been killed by Terminator, Alien, and a Predator.
Ooh.
That's wonderful.
That is a fun fact. Senor Vasquez with his Blodge guard. A new Hicks. Frost still hasn't died. You know, Mike takes a beating, but he somehow keeps his Saurus
He's still
going.
up there. He's ahead of both of us.
Lizardman coaches, if you want to learn lizards, talk to Mike, because he'll teach you how to win even when you're down a bunch of Sauruses.
I might have to give him a call.
If you learn how to play from him and then, your Saurus don't die, you're pretty much just set.
He's also the last bastion of lizardy hope in Div 1. So, we love you, Mike.
Thank God.
No money.
The Reptilian Eternal Division.
No money. He had to replace somebody, I'm assuming. Probably a new skink? Or is Hicks new?
He's got a brand new Sorai.
Yep. After Kool-Aid, had to replace a Sorai. No money. That's pretty standard for Mike. All we want to see is Mike survive. We want this team to live. Alright. New Day Co-op. Kool-Aid. Second place. I've said it once, I'll say it again. He's primed and ready for the playoffs. With tackle galore.
He's also primed and ready for a stumble.
That is a beautiful beastman.
Yeah, wow. Ugh, kinky.
Marlowe finally got piling on. Just in time for Lumi to try and kill his claw palmer again.
Yeah. And Wee Bay, he's still weeing and baying. 15 injuries away from that tackle claw palm plus move golden deliciousness of legendary status.
I don't even think that you would get piling on with Weebay.
I remember, when we looked at it initially when he first got level 6, and I was in on that, and me and I think it was Fuller were like, well, I mean, you could have taken Pile On, because how long is it going to take him to get to 107? And he's almost there. I take it. The journey has been long, and the journey is worth it.
I just would be worried about putting that piece on the ground. Everybody wants Weebay dead. Everybody guns for Weebay. He's done really well at protecting him. I can't see Kool-Aid wanting to give up a chance of being fouled. So maybe he takes... I don't know what you take. Hope he gets another stat up. Strength 4 Weebay. Agi 4 Weebay. Movement 8 Weebay. Any of those would be
I
gross.
think I take the pile on. I'm in on that boat.
Alright. 2 for piling on.
Why not?
Kool-Aid, feel free to comment in whatever fucking comment sections below what you plan on taking if Weebay survives. Fun fact, there's a bounty on him.
Who's the bounty?
One of
Probably
Eisenmike's comics.
Mike.
Eisenmike went through and bountied everybody in Div 1. We're moving on. Handsome Jacks. Looking very trim. Jack Be Quick is out for a game, hopefully just a mix-net game. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Hey, dirty player! It's beautiful. Huh! I didn't know Junior Jackman joined the team.
You didn't? He decided that he needed an ogre. And I think Junior Jackman's first game, he got injured out. Badly hurt. So he didn't really get to do much.
Has he been taking a beating this season?
Well, he
Not
lost...
nearly as bad as he used to.
Yeah, he lost Huge Jackman, which freed up a lot of space. And he's got really great blitzers. Really, really great blitzers. Jack Nicholson is a staple. Cracker Jack's fallen in his steps. Nothing Bat Jack right there. Like he took a beating way worse last season, to be honest. It used to be everybody around Huge Jackman takes a beating and Huge Jackman carries on. This season Huge Jackman dies and he's really just been pulling it out. He's in third. Nipping at Kool-Aid's heels.
I was only wondering because he's got 9 players. One of them's going to be out next game. So he's got a total of 8 players available. So I was like, is that norm for him, or is that just
Yes.
Yeah, I mean he's got great 10 pulls. He doesn't care about having. I'm assuming he doesn't care about having loner linemen because all his positionals there except for a catcher this game. He's got money in the bank.
that makes him even better to follow with?
Yeah, if you wanted to pick up more linemen, he could. But why?
You can get them for free, and you just throw them away when you're done.
Pretty much. Don't feel bad when they die.
when they get thrown off
Oh,
the pitch.
newsflash. What? Hot in from the wire. Beyond the Beef has dealt Luminous Light his first loss of the season.
Oh, he got bamboozled as well? Well, we'll save that for next week. Forget you heard that. The bamboozling continues.
Suspense.
Oh,
That game. I'm sure it's great.
let's finish this up so I can go look at it. Talk to Lumi about his first loss. Solo Dragonfire giving up his secretive power and finally building up a team. Not having a ton of inducements.
And a Blodge Berserker. How is Gur still alive? He's lived 3 seasons if he lives to the end of this. With a niggle.
I'm going to try my darndest to kill him this week. So I'm going to try and kill Yeti the better Yeti, and I'm going to try and kill Gur. I'll do my best. It's a good team. Blodge Ulf. Get him sidestep, make him the ultimate surf master. I mean,
he keeps winning, and he also
And the dirty player.
just shellacked me. And dirty player. Woohoo!
a question: did he have inducements when he shellacked you?
No, it was actually like a 40k inducement game. Nobody can.
Ruining my theories. Soul's a great coach. He does a lot with a little, and now he's got a little bit more. I expect good things. He's in the middle of the pack, isn't he?
Yep. He's 4th or 5th.
Not bad. So, second half of the season, Soul has a chance to bring it back. We're moving on to yours truly's Shooty's neckbeards.
Woohoo!
Hey,
Hey.
hey, Shooty.
Yeah.
Where'd that fresh Ulf come from?
It came from the money that I finally scraped together after some asshole killed the other Ulf.
The red pill.
Is that asshole in here?
Yes, he
He
is.
is.
I had
Giggled
that
like a
feeling.
prepubescent schoolgirl.
What's
Glorful.
It was Glorful. It was Advice Animals, which is one of the few remaining original players for Shooty.
Yeah, I now have 2 players that started this team.
It was payback for injuring the sweet Mr. Frederick. Or is it Jones? Mr. Frederick's the big one. I don't know. What's next for
It was
sports?
Mr. Frederick.
What's
For sports? Ooh, yeah, that's probably a good question. I'm thinking plus agility or plus strength.
I love the hopefulness.
If not that, Fend.
Fend would be good. Fend would be really good. Yeah, I like it. I like Fend if you don't get
Yeah.
doubles.
Now I need to stack touchdowns on eye bleach now.
Good luck with that. I mean, you've got no money in the bank, and as with all Norse, you're 1 game away from imploding.
But I'm noticing the dirty players here.
Oh,
Yeah, I love me some dirty player. Even the guy that's strength 4 has dirty player.
that's something. Stomp the granny of him.
I don't think I've ever been less happy to see strength 4 on a lineman. Much less a level on a lineman. It was awful.
I'm looking
Hey, free strength 4.
I'm looking forward to you losing some more games so I can crawl out of last place. In the best possible way.
Go, Golgothon!
Golathon
Rats off to you.
is
Their spiritual liege, Gary Friendly.
yeah, if you don't know Skippy, Gary Friendly is the greatest piece in REL Div 1. Not only does he have the perfect name for a dirty player with sneaky get, Golgothan protects him like he's a gutter runner. Lost to Storm Vermin.
Agility 1 lineman.
I mean, no one cares. He's got kick. He's there. That's the only thing is, he's got
He's
kick,
got one job.
so you can't put him on the line right away, but I guess he just gets beat on. Lost to Storm Vermin in one of his last few games. I want to say, was it this week or the week before? No deaths there. Lost it to Handsome Jacks, I want to say.
Yep.
Now, the big question is, and what I want to know, Goal, is Gary Friendly's 1 MVP away from leveling up. What's he get next? Wrestle? Guard? What's next for the Friendly?
What if he rolls
Well,
doubles?
He's so well protected, he should get like pro or leader. And you would truly be the heart of the team.
I wish you could pro fouls. I don't think you can. Right? You can't pro a foul. Yeah, that would be amazing. If you could pro a foul, that would be the greatest thing ever. Gibbons, one turning his way into our hearts, has a bounty on him. And Joy Peters.
Yeah, but he's also a one-turn touchdown machine, so I don't care that he has a bounty. It is right that he is bountied.
Let's look here. How many touchdowns? 15 touchdowns in 14 matches. Gibbons is doing work.
Right?
I mean, this is well put together for goal. He loses players like Mike loses players.
It's true. I seen it.
Needs to fill up a storm vermin and get somebody to join Jen Skyler. Hopefully he doesn't get murderized. Somebody
You can't afford another storm vermin yet, right?
no, they're a little bit more. 8 or 9. 8?
80K.
Yeah, they're
I
80K.
think.
Well, that's probably hurts the most.
Yeah. I mean, he's already played one game without another storm vermin. Needs to get. But hey, Jan Skyler's one injury away from maybe picking up Claw.
I like it a lot.
Then you could join everybody else with Claw Palmers. Apparently, I need to get a Claw Palmer because everybody else has one.
It's true, you do. Yeah, and speaking of, wow, not even we're halfway through Division 1 and we're already down to the dregs.
Oh. Hey, Squealer's gone, and I've cleared up all that TV. No more bloat.
True.
No more bloat. And my next 2 games, nobody's got strip ball. So all I need is 1 touchdown on Boxer, and he's good to go.
Yeah, and you're not that far off from Pylon on Napoleon. Mr. Frederick is still hugging people.
Mr. Frederick has picked up a lot of injuries. And just so you know, I'm picking up tackle on Napoleon. Napoleon's going to be a carbon copy of Weebay.
Okay.
I've been dying for tackle, and it's been hurting me.
Yeah. Mr. Whimper is not exactly the most swift player on the field.
He is not. It's my goal to get tackle on Napoleon and get a rackle piece. That's my goal for the end of the season. And Moses. Maybe Moses will pick up Claw piling on.
So what I'm hearing is that everybody needs to kill Napoleon.
Yes.
Don't kill Napoleon. Don't kill Napoleon. Focus on Weavey.
He got lucky last time. He got lucky, you hear me?
Mr. Frederick catches more injuries than any other player on the team. Just so you know. He's been badly hurt. Let's take a look here. He's been badly hurt. Injuries inflicted. Kills inflicted 4. Casualties suffered 13. But he's almost on his 40th match. Fun fact. I've never lost a Chaos Warrior.
It shows they're all pretty well
You
developed
will.
for the most part.
You will!
No, I protect them.
You better knock out some wood.
But Mr. Frederick eats injuries like nobody's business. You'd think with AV9 that wouldn't happen, but he did. I got money in the bank. I'm going to be playing with 11. I don't think I'm going to pick up another Beastman. I'm going to hold on to my money because I've been expecting a death. And Squealer was just the start.
Yeah. And now, we're into the biggest jerks in the REL.
Mistays is a bastard man.
He is a bastard man.
Godfrey the Jackal still racking up. Oh, somebody kill him.
I gotta hand it to Michael the Maimed, though. He's only stolen 1 MVP in 26 matches with Dirty Player and has inflicted 31 injuries.
If there's a coach who loves to stomp on down players, it's Mistays. You think, oh, he's got 4-mighty blow. This might be a little rough. It's just Brett's. And then anybody who gets on the ground just gets kicked to death. There's
That's how you have to play Brett's.
a lot of hate in his heart.
Yeah. We're all kind of a little worried about him.
I was going to quote a Chappelle show there, but I don't know if I can.
You can quote away.
But Godfrey needs to die.
Go for it,
Nerf
Skippy.
deal now?
It's the episode where the guy is a member of the KKK. If you got hate in your heart, let it out. And then
I get
white
it.
power.
No,
Yeah,
you can't.
no.
You could have just
That's
stopped.
the quote.
You could have just stopped before the end.
I know, but
Now I'm gonna get yelled at. Thanks, Skippy.
I take it. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. It's just it's a good old Chappelle Show quote.
Moving on.
Physics bender.
Money in the Bank. I just want to say mistakes. Money in the Bank. Good to go. Somebody kill some knights. Physics benders.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, Bill beat the crap out of me. Bill killed Squealer. Bill injured everyone. Got the bejesus stomped out of me by him.
I like that. And this is how I always kind of looked at, like, even with my skinks. Like, I like that he's only got 9 players because, like, he's gonna get linemen. You don't need him. That's how I kind of look at, like, once my skinks start dying, I'm not gonna buy another skink if I don't have to. And I like seeing, like, I'm not like thinking of this on my own. Like, all the better players are in that same train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. All your positionals are what you got to worry about. And he's been losing players, so might as well take the loners. And he's happy to have the loners. He's commented on it before. Honestly, I might even get rid of Galileo Galilei. It's just fun to say.
Yeah, well, let him die an honorable death on the line. That's what he's there for.
He does have wrestle, so I'd let him go to his death.
Yeah, I mean, he's movement busted. He's not going to be getting around to wrestle things so easily.
Oh no, but if I have block, then now my lineman is on the ground for your turn, which is irritating.
4 catchers.
Galileo gets up and runs away.
You'd think
Yeah, that's not a lot of strength.
Yeah, I figured, hey, I'll outstrength him, and then Bill Nye just science guide through my team. Bill.
I like it.
He got the REL Div 1 welcome, and he's been doing well since then, so good job, Liam. And another one, Dave, with another REL welcome, got beat up, and he's still going strong, too. That War Dancer has been niggled for a while.
That war dancing, that diving tackle war dancers, it's so strange to me. It's not something you see very often, but, I mean, it's clearly working for him.
It's hard to get away from him. They've got Blodge sidestep, and then they've got diving tackle. You can't get away from him. He's got strong arm on his thrower. He's even got a... I don't know how I feel about the movement treatment. Is he really going to be going anywhere?
Yeah, he can get up on his own.
What makes you think, like, I'm going to take move allowance on a tree person?
Because he can get up on his own.
About to roll.
He doesn't have to roll it. Yeah, he doesn't have to roll a dice to stand up. That's pretty huge.
Then he takes root, and it's useless.
But at least he's up.
I mean, if the play's away from him, what good is that?
It isn't.
This is another elf team that subscribes to the nothing but positionals. From now on, people are just going to build elf teams with max rerolls, Apo, and nothing but positionals.
I feel like it keeps the TV down. It allows you to focus on your pieces and save the money for when someone dies, that you can truly replace that person and not worry about buying another lineman.
I think this is...
Team.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I think this is a choice of he's been trying to replace people, but they keep dying. Because he doesn't have much money in the bank.
You just have 2 newer catchers out there. 3 newer catchers out there.
You were saying, Shooty?
Oh, I was segueing.
We're segueing into beef.
The one team that has not gotten the REL Div 1 welcome.
The beef, the bamboozler, the Ditka, has bamboozled everyone he's ran into. He bamboozled me. He bamboozled Miss Days. He just bamboozled Lumi. And he is probably...
Bamboozle me.
Yeah. Honestly, which is surprising to say, he's probably the bashiest team in the REL Div 1.
Well, when you have 2 guard stand firm block mummies, 1 with extra movement, it's probably likely.
Gross touch. This is a man who touchdowns on his mummies far too often. And 6 guard just spread everywhere. It's so hard to block him down. He never fails a regen. He never fails a regen. He's got dirty players. This is a team made for killing.
A team made for Blood Bowl.
Exactly.
Does Nuffle smile upon him?
Nuffle, generally,
He
yes.
gets a free bribe at his home stadium, too.
I
Under Compton.
don't like the free bribe for zombies. Because, I mean, you've already got super cheap pieces to foul with, and you're just giving a bribe to your enemy who may not have that ability, and now he does. So, I don't like it.
It lets him keep his numerical advantage that little bit longer.
If you want some numerical advantage, you can just buy more zombies. They're not costing that much TV.
Yeah, true.
And it's not like anybody's able to kill anything of his. They just keep regenning. Old Deceased Bastard has taken a ton of injuries this season, and he just keeps coming back. Which is fine for me, because he's on my fantasy team, but...
True.
I mean, he's a bamboozler. He's good to see he's really just slotted in here well in Div 1. Keeping it solid. Oh,
It's gross.
and now it's time for yours truly, everybody's favorite Nose Dice. He has had a rough go of it.
Yeah, once the heart of the team broke, things just started going poorly for him, unfortunately.
Minnie Mouse is out. Mickey Mouse is real close to a level up. Hopefully he can get Claw.
This team looks like it's been taking a thrashing.
It has.
He has,
Didn't he lose 2 people in one game, in a matter of minutes?
yeah, he lost
It
Jerry.
was pretty rough.
He lost Jerry, which I think he was glad to be rid of because it's a lot of TV below. But he lost Minnie Mouse, which is his one-turner with plus strength? Or something like that.
Yep. It was something gross. Because Jerry was there as the gimmick that was funny when he scored, and then Minnie would actually score 2 or 3 times because haha Skaven.
He's only got one lineman, at least it's got kick and dirty player. So it's pulling enough weight for all the other
Best
linemen.
skills for linemen to have.
And he's gonna be getting what, 3 loners? It's perfect. You put the 3 loners on the line, you foul with Radis Jr. Honestly, he may look like he's missing out on a lot, but no one cares about loner rats. So it's Nose Dice. He plays dangerous, and it's worked out for him about just as much as it's bit him in the ass.
Nose gonna dice.
I think he just saves money and doesn't bother with picking up new linemen. Honestly. Right? Yeah?
Well, yeah,
yeah.
but you want depth, I think. You'd want at least one guy on the bench in Skaven because, numbers are quantity is a quality all its own. If you only have, 7 players by turn 5, unless you're super good and super lucky,
Yeah,
you're
but
not really going to walk away with the win.
it's going to take him 2,100 or 21,000 to get to fucking 210. Fucking numbers. It's going to take him a shit ton just to get to 11, and even more to get any kind of bench. Maybe you just keep saving and hope no one important dies, and maybe towards the end of the season you'll have enough to build a bench, or just say screw it and play with what you got.
His developed pieces are still there, so why? I agree. I'd rather have that bench or build towards the bench if you could. He can buy some linemen, but I think after losing these bigger pieces, maybe he's just holding on tight because Mickey Mouse could go down, and then he's got to buy new Storm Vermin.
True.
If Mickey Mouse went down, I think we'd have a sad Nose Dice. He's already lost so many pieces. Minnie's gone, Mickey gone. We'll see. And finishing it up, the one coach that everybody says, oh my god, he's such a good coach, finally got some beating on him, but he's been doing really well.
Did you lose that white last game?
Yes. I want to say maybe.
I was getting ready to point out that these werewolves don't have Mighty Blow, but one of them is not even leveled up yet.
That's because it used to be an Agi 4 one, and now it's not Agi 4. He had 2 deaths in his last game, so I'm assuming he lost a weight there.
And, this is in addition to his other Agi 4 werewolf that's just sitting right there. Because, of course, he is.
I mean, he's a good coach. He's not as developed as... He's even less developed than Horny Cricket's team. but I'd like to see some guard on the whites to support the werewolves and hopefully let them level up some more, especially kill the Emperor. But what can I say? He's doing a lot with not a ton. I mean, it's a good team. Lots of dirty player.
I've fallen in love with the dirty player concept at this point.
Yeah.
As you should.
Is the way to go.
I mean, subscribe to the Gengar House of Dirty Player. The more dirty player you got, the more injuries
How
you
much
can
does
do.
it cost to get in?
I don't know. You have to talk to him. Probably a little bit of death. Your soul, joy and happiness. I mean, you can only block and blitz so many people a turn. Might as well toss a foul in there every turn as well.
These are things I'm willing to give up at this point.
All right. That's it, boys. That's Div 1. I didn't even look. Real quick, let's look at this week. Beyond the Beef, Pastry Pest, that's a big one. Who's the game of the week? And then I got to go back and look at Div 2 for the game of the week. Anyone? Knights Husseini versus the Handsome Jacks?
Yep.
Knights
Good
Husseini.
old-fashioned Hume matchup.
Hume Brett?
Would be good. Physics Benders might be able to sneak one out from underneath a co-op. That should be interesting.
That'll be... with so much tackle, I really don't think Physics Benders is going to have a good time. But we'll see. Maybe this is the end of Bill Nye.
Likely.
Div 2, because I didn't do it, and I want to make sure that everything's covered, everything, next week. Let's see here. Who's the team to play? Either Steve versus Tritundo, or the Booze Coos versus the Refrigerator Raiders, the Dwarf Off. Actually, you know what? That's going to be my vote for Div 2, the Dwarf Off. Mighty Blow versus Guard.
Yeah, smash two dwarf teams together until one of them breaks. I like it.
I mean, it's either going to be great and one of them is going to die, or it's going to be awful and nothing's going to happen.
It's going to end in a 0-0 tie where they just kind of stare at each other. On the ground.
It's like fighting over the internet. Nobody wins, but nobody loses either.
You just walk away, hopefully feeling that you came out ahead in life, but in reality, you didn't.
All right, boys. That's been your mid-season Div 1 through 3 REL recap. That's a fucking mouthful. I've cursed way more than Full Metal would probably allow me, but he doesn't watch my videos, so we're good there. Thank you, Skippy, for joining us on this adventure and putting in the work. Shooty, as always, go fuck yourself.
Love you too, baby.
I feel the love.
We'll see you next week.